Hi YouTube family, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm not doing a tutorial. This video is still based on beauty. This is something I've been thinking about talking about for a long time. It's very personal to me, and I just thought to myself it could help a lot of people. So let's just get into it. Today I'm talking about my teeth. Now, for you all that may have known me from the curb up or high school, like you can see my transition with my teeth. When I was in elementary school, I actually chipped my teeth. I'm actually going to insert some pictures so you guys can see. I chipped my teeth and they were chipped really, really badly. So I was teased as a child, it just was a lot, it's a lot to talk about. But I want to talk about this because I want to inform everyone who's interested in getting, cosmetic dentistry or cosmetic dental surgery, just to tell you like my experience and what I went through and the cost and the procedures and what to look out for and what you should research when you're looking for your cosmetic dental surgeon. So I chipped my teeth when I was in elementary school. And when I went to the dentist, what they did was they kept putting, I guess, like you could say something like a filler, like something at the bottom of my front teeth because I chipped my front teeth. And they would fall off due to sensitivity. So if I ate something too cold or too hot, it would just fall off. So my tooth would be chipped again. And they had to continue to shave my natural tooth down. So, when your tooth is shaved down so much, you can't get veneers. Veneers is like something where you shave like a layer of the tooth down and it's put over top of the tooth. What I have are ceramic crowns. And that's because my tooth is broken. So when your tooth is broken, you need restoration to keep that tooth strong. You can't put nothing like over it, like let's compare it to a hat. Like you can't just put like, a hat over it. You need like a full scully, like something that's going to cover that whole, tooth. So yeah, when I got to high school, I got tired of, that happening to me. So I went to my dentist and I'm like, I'm going to college soon. I need you to do something, with this tooth or whatever. And he was just like, okay, well, we can do crowns. So the crowns that I've gotten the first time, and I'm going to insert a picture. The crowns that I've gotten were metal infused ceramic. So what that means is it was ceramic crowns, but it had metal on the inside. Now that's the strongest type of, what can I say, like tooth that you, or crown that you can have placed into your mouth, because it is very sturdy and durable for any condition. But the thing was, like, my teeth did look a little better than what they looked before, but they were very bulky. They weren't really attractive at all. They stuck out. They made my teeth look, a bit crooked, like I needed braces. Yeah, so they weren't very attractive. So after I graduated from college, I moved down here to Atlanta. I had a job opportunity with Citigroup. So, I'm making money. I can afford different things. So I start looking into like bettering myself. I'm like, well, I don't like the look of my teeth. I was kind of self-conscious about that. I'm going out, I'm meeting guys, and it's just like, I'm in here for an attractive face, but like a messed up grill can throw everything off. Everything off. So I was like, I gotta do something about my mouth. So I told myself I had to do something about my mouth. I'm like, I cannot walk around. Like, I'm in Atlanta. I have coworkers who got, Brazilian butt lifts, and they were getting like lipo and a whole grill done over it. I'm like, not just because I live in Atlanta, but just for myself, for my self-confidence. I'm like, I have to do something about it. So I started with Citigroup in 2012. And I started doing research on, the different procedures and things like that, because I went through it before in high school, but I was not investigative. It was just like, I just want to get this done. You're young, you're not thinking about it. But when you have to come out of your pocket, that's something that you need to consider. Cost, who's doing it, all of that stuff, because it's going to change your look. And although I wanted to get my teeth done over, I'm like, I don't want it to be worse than what my teeth already are. How they look. Well, not how they, well, yeah, how they are. You don't want it to look any worse. You don't want to spend so much money and it not be what you want. So I did a lot of research. I went to a cosmetic dentist in downtown Atlanta, well, midtown Atlanta, and he does like a lot of celebrities. So like a lot of your Love and Hip Hop celebrities that you see, a lot of VH1 celebrities, like he does like them. Like I think even someone on American Idol, he did their teeth. So I went down to him, and he was like, basically it was going to cost about 5 G's to get porcelain crowns for my front teeth, and he wanted to do all 4. And I kind of was apprehensive about it because at the time I didn't have that much money. I did have something that's called a health savings account. When you're working for a company, what'll happen is they'll take money out of your check each month and then they'll match you. So if I say this year I want to take out up to $750 a year, they'll divide that by how many checks I get in the year, and then the company will match me, and I can add more if I like. So I had that, and that goes towards any medical or cosmetic surgery that you're having. So I had that. And he was really aggressive. He was like, why won't you apply for care credit, this, that, and the third. I applied for a care credit, and the care credit card, what that is a card. So let's say you have like co-pays, you go to a specialist. I see an ENT. So for my ENT, if I have a copay of $35, I can use that care credit card. Even for your pet, if your pet goes to Banfield, you can pay with that credit card. Or you can use it for cosmetic surgery, so I did. Well, I was going to plan to do. So, I got the care credit card. I was approved for $3,000. I only needed $2,000. At that time, I was doing pretty good. I probably could have paid the $5,000. But it made me think, because he was just so aggressive, and the dentist office, they were calling me. And then I looked at his teeth and I said, he does a good job, but why didn't he do something about his? And he was just really aggressive. So I said, you know what, forget that. So I let some years go by. I transitioned from Citigroup, and I was working with another company. And with that company, I got great benefits too. So again, I was thinking to myself, it came back around, like, I want to get my teeth done. Like, I'm tired of walking around like this. Like, I can't walk around like this. And I knew myself that all of my other teeth were great. They were straight, but you can't look at something, or you don't pay attention to something when other things are blocking it. So it was like those 2 front teeth threw all of my other teeth off. So I'm like, I gotta do something. Like, I gotta, So I started doing research again. And I'm like, maybe I want to go to a black dentist. Maybe I want to go to a dentist on my side of town. And I live in like a suburb outside of Atlanta, like in the metro Atlanta area. So I'm like, there should be good dentists here. So I started doing more research, on teeth, on different shades, on these different dentists that was going to be working in my mouth. I started doing research on these dentists, on, like these different dental offices and things like that. And I came across 2 different dentist offices, and both of them were black dentists. One, she was like relocating, so I was trying to get in contact with her. I could barely get in contact with her. And then the other guy, like, the office, they were very friendly. I saw that his work was on Fox News. I seen some pictures, and he was African American. And on top of that, he was Greek. He's a Kappa. So I was so excited, like, oh my God, I did all my research and background on him, because I had to make sure that I was not going to have a bad experience if I'm coming out of my pocket. So I went to the dentist. The first time I went, I did not meet with him. He is the owner of the dental office. I met with one of his other dentists that works under him, and he told me I needed braces. again, because my front teeth protrude and they didn't align with my teeth, they threw everything off as if it looked like I needed braces, and I had a gap. So, I called and scheduled an appointment for braces. My mother and my grandmother were like, your teeth are straight. Like, my front teeth were the only teeth that was like protruding, and that's only because of the structure of them. So I would have had to pay 4Gs just for 6 months just to close my gap, and that didn't make any sense. So I came back, follow up with that dentist, and he was like, oh, well, we can do your teeth in one day. We have this machine called a Cerec. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's spelled CEREC. Look that up. He was like, we could do your teeth with this thing, it's called a Cerec. It's one day, we can take the crowns off that you have now, see what's underneath them, clean them and everything, and then put them on. Okay, so I'm excited, like it's a 1-day process. But if you go and you get that Cerec procedure, make sure whoever's doing your teeth is experienced. This person needs to have been working on teeth for about 20 years, because when I tell you, like the shape of them was terrible. The material was great. The color of them was great. And the thinness of them was very great. They did not protrude or anything. But when he finished with those teeth, I told him, do not cement them in my mouth, because those teeth look like the fan nails that people walk around with. And I'm like, I'm not walking around with fan nail teeth. Like, that is not what's going to happen. So what I did was I asked him if he can put them in there temporarily. And I couldn't sleep because this procedure only costs $2,000. And mind you, only had the 2 front teeth done. The rest of the teeth are my teeth. So I'm like, I can't sleep. Like, you want me to pay 2Gs, me and my insurance company, and this is not right. So my dentist was like, walk around with it for a week. And then this is when I met the guy that owns the dental office, the black dentist. He's like, walk around with him for a week and then come back next week. I couldn't sleep. The next day I called the dentist office. They gave me his number. I texted them. I said, I'm sorry, I do not like, the results of my teeth. And he told me, well, what we can do, just send me a picture of what you want your teeth to look like. And I'll send them to the lab in California, and I'll have them make your teeth. We already have the impressions of your mouth. We'll just send the information there. Send me the pictures. Tell me the pros and cons and things that you do and do not like. So I made a list, and my list was for the original teeth that I had. They were too bulky. They didn't look realistic. They were like not attractive. My gap was fine. I actually wanted to keep my gap because I felt like my gap gave me character. But obviously, as you can see, my gap is closed. But it's all good. So yeah, he sent that information to California, and they were really good with emailing me and sending me like pictures and, graphs of my mouth, how the teeth would look and everything. And I told him, like, I like the color that the other teeth were. So he sent them to California, and it took a damn long time for them to get back to me. I was walking around with them temporary teeth more than a month. And when you get crowns or porcelain veneers, like, you shouldn't walk around with them more than about 2 weeks. I had them teeth in for like a month or a month and a half. So I'm walking around waiting, calling, trying to see when they're going to have the teeth so I could get my teeth done over and everything. And I even went back to Philly to my friend's wedding and came back and still was waiting on my teeth from California. Finally, my dentist called me, and I went in. I began to become emotional. Well, I became emotional because whenever you change anything on your body, whether it's like your nose, you're getting a tummy tuck, a butt lift, like, you're altering how you look. And granted, even though I had those temporaries in, I began to become used to them. And I'm praying to God, like, please do not let these teeth look crazy, because I just went through a crazy experience. I can't have him cement this shit in my mouth and it not look good. So the assistant takes the teeth out. I see the other teeth or whatever, and I examined them. And in the office, and lighting is very important, I'm going to tell you later why. In the office, he put them in, like he just pushed them in, and told me to go to the bathroom to look at them. I took a picture, sent it to my mom, sent it to my grandmom and everything. I began crying a little bit because, you know, when you go through so much as a child, you've been teased, you haven't felt, you know, attractive because of your teeth, you know, and things like that. It becomes emotional for you. And it was emotional for me because I began to build a rapport, you know, with this man and about my teeth. And it was just a lot. I mean, people may look at it like, oh, well, it's nothing. You know, I know a lot of people are blessed to not have ever chipped their teeth. But someone who has been through something so traumatic, it's just really deep. So anyway, he cements the teeth in my mouth. Although I don't still have my gap, I love them. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe they turned out so good. They look so good, you know, la da 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 da. But I know I was excited. He kept sending me emails to submit a review, you know, about his dentistry and everything. But I know I get excited sometimes, you know, and sometimes I can let my emotions cloud my judgment. So I said, let me give it a month and see how I feel. So I went back to work. I got so many compliments on my smile and everything. And then I started seeing like a difference, like in different lighting, my teeth will look different. Again, I have ceramic, all ceramic crowns. It's no metal, but it's not porcelain. All ceramic crowns. So, you know, after a while, like I'm looking, and in certain lighting, the undertone of my teeth look gray. And my teeth are white. Like my teeth are white, not B1 white, maybe ML1 white, which I'll talk about that too later. But I'm looking like, why in certain light my front teeth look gray, and in the other light they match with my teeth? So I addressed him about that, and I asked him what shade were my teeth. So I asked him, because I picked the A1. A1 is not the highest color, natural color, but B1 is. He told me it was B1. So I went behind his back and I asked the receptionist, like maybe a couple of weeks later, you know, what color is the color of my teeth? She looked it up. She said B1. So I'm trying to understand how B1 is the lightest shade. Maybe it's just the lightest natural shade because it's not matching with my teeth. My dentist told me to lay off the whitening because I do whiten my teeth, but it just, I don't know. You're a cosmetic dentist. You could have, you know, push forward and use one of the bleaching colors. And my teeth are really white and I keep them white. But anyway, yeah. So weeks later or a month later, I started to notice that. I do like my teeth. I think they look much better than the teeth that I had before, honey. Oh my God. They look so much better. But they are a little thick. You probably, I don't know, people, if you really pay attention to detail, they're a little thick. And the color, like if the color could be exact. Now with ceramic teeth, and when you get your teeth done in the lab, they bake them, and then they have the person that's making your tooth paint them. So they try to paint them to make them look realistic, but realistically, my teeth are, you know, the color that they are, and it is what it is. But overall, my experience with that dentist, it was a lot, you know, like I appreciated everything, but it was a lot, you know, running around and going from one dentist office to another because he owns like a chain of offices and he's not always in that one office. And I would not deal with anybody else. After that one dentist messed my teeth up in the beginning and I told him, you will not cement this in my mouth. I just wanted to deal with, you know, the head dentist in charge, which was the one that owned, you know, the dentistry. So that was a lot, like running around and running back and forth and waiting on the teeth and, you know, just all of that. That was a lot. You know, when you work, I had to call out like every other Monday to go back to the dentist for a follow-up for this, get anesthesia, people drilling in your mouth. It is a lot. Now, the cost of it was approximately $2,000. And another con about this dentist office was he told me my insurance company would pay half and I had to pay half. So I paid him my half up front. And later on, I got a bill. When I talked to Bill, and they was like, oh, we're not covering it. And la da da da. They said it's cosmetic. They're not going to cover it. So I tried to appeal it. And then, you know, my insurance was like, we're not covering it. Okay, whatever. So I started making payments on it. I called to make a $100 payment on it like about a couple weeks ago, and they told me like, oh, the insurance company paid the rest. You only owe about $40. They weren't going to pay it because we forgot this in the X-rays. Okay, so that's very unprofessional. So that's another kind. So what I'll say about this dentist office was a kind was having an inexperienced dentist initially who did my teeth on this CEREC, which is 1 day. I would not recommend that. I feel like anything that you're going to get permanently on your body, you want to take time. You know, you want to make sure that it, you know, fits well with you. Like, you don't want it to, you know, be a quick like microwave oven pop shot. No, you want them to take time. Another thing is like the length of time after because that next day that they put those nasty teeth in my mouth, I called my dentist, I texted him, and it took like over a month for them to get me what I needed. And then the color, because I like my teeth. I think, you know, at this point in my life, I have the best smile that I've had since I was younger. So I do like that, but the thing is the color of it. I don't know what material they use, and that's important too, to know the different types of material. It's ceramic, but I don't know what type of ceramic it is because there's so many different types. The shade, he said it's a B1, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to say that it's, you know, it could be a B1. Maybe this is the lightest shade for a natural tooth, but my teeth are natural teeth, and I brush with, you know, my whitening toothpaste. But I don't feel like they match exactly, but because they're ceramic, they have, how can I explain it? It has different, not radiance, what is that word? Not gradient, what is the word? Well, it has different, like, I can't really explain it. I forgot the word to use, but you know, it matches in different lighting, and then in other lighting it doesn't look the very best with color match. But overall, my teeth, as you can see now, they look very straight. They don't protrude like they used to. I feel much more attractive. I feel like I can smile a lot more, even though I did still smile with effed up teeth. You know, it helped me boost my confidence. I'm happy that I did it. Would I do it again? I would. Is it expensive? It's not as expensive as most people think. So, you know, your oral health is very important. And, you know, even if you weren't in my position, I got it for cosmetic reasons. But if you have like a rotten tooth or like a broken tooth or something that's going on, go and get that covered. You don't want that to form, and, you know, you don't want that to turn into periodontitis or, you know, gum disease or anything like that. Your oral health is very important. So you want to do that. And cosmetically, if you just are into aesthetics like I am, and you just want to feel beautiful and you're tired of your teeth looking a certain way, you know, or whatever, I say go and do it. It's not, it's a change. It is a major change, but it's not like you're, you know, changing your face or changing a part. It is a part of your body, but it's a change. I don't know if I want to say a drastic change, but it's a change, and I would encourage you to do it. I feel great now. Again, I can smile and not be self-conscious. I can talk and laugh and not feel self-conscious. So I'm feeling really good about the decision that I made. If you have any questions about my procedure, if you have any questions about the dentist that I went to, if you have any questions about anything based on teeth or cosmetic surgery or cosmetic dentistry, please feel free to comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you stayed with me throughout this video, thank you so much. You don't know how much it, you know, took out of me to actually do this video. So I'm so happy that you guys stayed. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your sisters, your aunties, your moms, everyone to subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks so much. I really appreciate all of your support. Bye.